Representative Shadoin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members of the People's House, Senator Gatti has asked me to present to you a bill, Senate Bill 512, which was filed in response to two main events in Northwest Louisiana, specifically the 26th Judicial District, Webster and Bossier. They have been sued because teachers were praying in schools. Secondly, as a result of these prayers, the school boards adopted handbook language that was quite restrictive on our teachers and coaches, and the handbook language is as follows. School employees shall not participate in any way in a prayer with students during or in conjunction with instructional periods or any school event. School officials shall not offer a prayer, recite a prayer alongside or with students, bow their heads, kneel, join hands, or otherwise posture in a manner that is likely to be perceived as an endorsement of the prayer. Senator Gatti filed this. I have now received this much information on whether or not it's constitutional, whether or not it's advisable, and whether or not we should go forward with it. I was asked to present the bill, and that's what I'm doing. And I can tell you now, as far as prayer in schools, as long as there are geometry and algebra tests in schools, there will be prayer in schools. All right? We cannot stop individual prayer in school. Now, your question is whether or not we're going to support Senate Bill 512. I'm not going to get into a constitutional debate. I don't plan on taking any questions. If you've got something you feel strongly about, push your floor button and come down here. And thank you very much. We have no problem with amendment number 4. Which modifies paragraph A in the bill. We do have, or Senator Gatti does have, a problem with amendment number 5. Here's the language that you will be taking out if you vote for this amendment. Notwithstanding the provisions of subsection A of this section, a school employee may, upon request of a student or students, attend and participate in a gathering or pray with students during the employee's workday, provided that, 1, the parent or legal guardian of each student in attendance at the gathering or with whom the employee prays has submitted a signed request that the employee may participate in the gathering or pray with his child. The parent gives a particular employee or teacher the permission. The parent. Attendance and participation in the gathering of prayer does not interfere with the employee's prescribed work duties. To read the Bossier-Webster handbook, a coach goes out on the field and kneels down about an injured player, and he might appear to bow his head and looks like he's praying. That would be in violation of the Bossier-Webster handbook, and that is absurd. We have this speech by Representative Seabaugh that this is patently unconstitutional. I don't know of a case. Probably they do. They're the constitutional experts. At least Representative Johnson in this chamber reminded us that he was all the time. So consequently, I don't know. I don't know of a case that had a consent form. Who says you can't waive constitutional rights? We do it all the time with the 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendment. All the time. So if you want to give parents the control of their children, defeat this amendment. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, members of the People's House. Appreciate all the comments. And now, with the amendment added, I would ask that you render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's, and unto God that which is God's. And I would ask for a favorable passage of this bill. Thanks.
Vote your machines, members. Representative Kusan, yes. Representative Cox, yes. Are you through voting? Representative Dustin Miller, yes. Representative Cromer, yes. Representative Glover, yes. Are you through voting? Representative Henskins, yes. Representative Marcel, yes. Clerk will close the machine. 99 yeas, 0 nays. The bill is finally passed. Representative Shadoin moves to reconsider the vote. The bill finally passed and lay that motion on the table. Without objection, so ordered.